Hi there, this is the Real Stu and welcome to the channel, and this is Timelapse Part 1. I'm going to explain the concept here for the project. So it's a fly-through of this environment. It's a portfolio piece from our station, and this is the concept pieces that I've drawn up. They're based on Half-Life, Star Wars, that kind of thing, so it's like a sci-fi setting. I based it on the Nevada desert. That's my kind of setting for the environment here. So you can see on the left drawing, it's essentially just a kind of tunnel area that leads onto this landing pad on the right hand side. So I looked at Half-Life, I looked at films and other things just for kind of design ideas, and I just started jotting it down. So these took about 30 minutes each. So I'm just getting my initial concept down, and from here we're going to just jump straight into the time lapse, because I go straight into Unreal Engine 4 and start blocking out the scene here. Before I play this, when I was just initially blocking this out, I didn't actually record anything, but all I did was I essentially created a landscape, just blocking out, which looked very similar to the concept piece. Then I created an interior area. Now in the concept piece, it actually was initially just the walkway, but I've basically just made it like an underground train station. So I've made it a bit bigger than initially was intended, but I thought it'd be a bit more interesting there. So we'll just jump straight into the time lapse. I'll hit the play button. So this was 45 minutes and I've trimmed it down, so this is just literally about 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe nearly 4 minutes actually. So from here we've already blocked out just sort of basic landing pad sort of building. I'm using assets from the factory environment that I did. If you check my art station you can see that. And what it is it gives me a sense of scale. And I'm just literally blocking things in. There's not any real big details or anything like that. Looking back, going back and forth there, and I'm just checking just to see how the composition works. Again, not too concerned about detail. I'll maybe just get some of the assets as you see here, and I'll bring them into 3ds Max, just refine them a bit better here. Taking that basic shape and just making it just a bit more interesting. Like I say, it's just very, very basic shapes. And what I do with the UV maps as well, I'll be just putting a basic kind of layout down there. I'm adding a bit more curvature here. The platform, I'm thinking maybe something a bit more round. Raising up the actual platform itself, just so that it's not just a flat edge, because I tend to think it looks just a bit boring, you know. So I try to kind of always make the edges just to add a few more kind of lines there. You can see I'm just kind of getting that in position, just aligning it in the center of the scene. So just when I bring it in, the actual point itself will be just right at the edge of the asset. It's not going to be way off somewhere. Yeah, so I'm just preparing it for that. I'm connecting all the edges, making sure there's tris and quads. And of course here I've got the UV map. I'm just preparing that before exporting into UE4. So I'm just building with the modular fashion in mind. So rather than having one big platform, it's actually 4 pieces it's made up of. It's getting it into place, and I'm making sure it's lined up with the actual bridge area there as well. And I wasn't too happy with the initial landing platform because it's quite thin, so I'm just adding a bit more depth to it. As you can see there, so it makes it just looks more sturdy. It makes it look as though it could probably hold a much heavier kind of vehicle. Again, I'm just lining that up there with the bridge here. Just basic BSB brushes that I'm using to build the bridge, leading to this small kind of hangar area. So I'm thinking maybe the ships come in for maintenance or resupplies. Maybe they'll go into that hangar to get those very things. And you just saw there just the interior of the train station there. And here I'm just creating the skybox. That of course will cover the environment. And when I bring it in, I make sure that it doesn't cast any shadows or anything like that. So it literally doesn't really affect the environment at all. And you can see here I'm just creating the sky mat, which I'll apply to the sky sphere. And then what I do as well is I flip the normals of the sphere so you can actually see the blue colour in the actual sphere. Again, it just kind of helps sort of set the sort of mood of the environment. Of course it's not final or anything like that, it's literally just blocking out stage. And then I'll just build the lighting and things like that. See how it looks. Yeah, so that's pretty much the first part there. Again, just looking at those concept art pieces, I'm trying to just get the kind of initial layout there. No point, again, putting any more detail or anything like that. It's very, very basic blocking out. Just kind of like if you're doing like a sketch or anything like that. Thanks for checking out this video. So I've been The Real Stu, and if you do like the content here, like and subscribe. And also you can follow the project behind me live on Twitch. Just look for The Real Stu, the link's down below. And I'll see you in the next video.